So here we go. Multiple if. So what is this multiple if? Using if multiple times is known as multiple if. Whatever you have done with the else if, the same thing you can do with the multiple if as well. So what is the difference between that one and this one? So this also works on Boolean. This also works on Boolean.
And this would be what would be an example of this if multiple ifs?
Same example it will be there. For
Oh,
example, here I'm just removing else if from here and I'm making it as this one small difference between the else if and multiple if that I will share with you. Now, option number 3 will be there. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create my own else here. If it is not 1 or else if it is greater than 2 and less than 1. So this also acts like a else block only, right? You have selected wrong option. So let me save this, run as Java application. So whatever you have done for else if, the same thing will follow over here. The difference between the else if and this one is this will also have else block. If you want, you can write else block also here. You can follow up with else finally. So in multiple if, compiler will check every time. And in case of else if, any one condition satisfies, compiler will skip checking other conditions. I will take one real-time scenario here. This is known as debugging. You will learn about debugging slowly. It will be very hard for you to learn at this time. So for example, what is a value I have given for option? I have given option as 1. So compiler will come over here and check, is this true or false? This if condition is true or false. Option value is 1 and you are comparing with 1. 1 equals to 1. Alex, are you with me?
yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. So option one is for Paneer.
Option 1 is 1 here. We have given a input in the program and we are
Yes.
comparing it. So it will enter in the this value is true or false. 1 equals to 1.
True.
So if it is true, it will enters in the block, right? If it is false, it
Correct.
will come out from the block. Skip the block.
Correct.
So you can see that it is entering in the block. Once all this is done, then again it will check for the option value. So here it enters in the block because the condition is true. Now what is the condition here?
Condition is 2.
2. 1 equals to 2. It is true or false?
False.
False. It will come out from this and goes to the next condition. There is no next condition, it is coming out. So let me give one more condition here. So here it's true. Then it enters in the block,
Vegetarian.
vegetarian block, and it displays the submenu. And then again it checks the condition. So this is false, then it comes to the next line. It will skip this block because condition is false and goes to line number 35. Again it checks the condition, it's false, then it goes to the next line. There is nothing, so it's coming out.
Okay.
So what is happening in this case is it is checking the condition every time. For example, I have given as 2. Input is 2 here. So what happens in this case? It comes to the line number 15, checks the condition. Condition is true or false.
False.
So it comes to the next condition then, 33. Skips the rest of the block because it is false. Then it's true or false here.
It's true.
It's true means it enters in the block.
A non-vegetarian.
Yeah. And then it once again checks the condition. It's true or false.
False.
It comes out from the loop then. It will not enter in this block as well. In that way. Let me make it else if now, then you will come to know what is the difference. I'm making it as else if and I'm executing a program. So first it checks the condition. This condition is false. Then it goes to line number 33.
Mm-hmm.
It checks the
And
condition
then,
here.
and then that condition is true.
That condition is true, right? Then it
Mm-hmm.
executes this line and then it will not check any other condition. Any one condition is true means it simply jumps out from the loop. You can see that. That is what the difference. You have to closely look on this.
Got it.
Simply jumps out from the loop. So the difference is in nested if it checks the condition every time. In else if any one condition satisfies, it simply comes out from the loop. It will not spend its time in checking the condition. For example, let me take it 1 over here. Okay, let me come out from the program. So this condition is true here. execute this line of statement, you can see that it has simply jumped from that loop. It will not go for this this condition again. One condition is true means it will simply come out from this loop condition verification. So in this way you are going to save the time of the compiler. So
Got it.
it's like you want to purchase a mobile and you have shop number 1, shop number 2, and shop number 3. You are looking for a specific model. You got that model in shop number 1 itself. So simply what you will do, you will skip all shops and go with the rest of your task. So this is a case for else if. And in case of simple if or nested if, so what you will do is you got it at the first level, but still you checks at the next level. Again, you are checking over there. Is this available here also? Is this available over here also?
Mm,
So what is the
got it.
difference here? Here you are wasting your time. Unwanted check is there, even though you got it over here at the first level. Here you are saving your time. You will be having thousands of lines of code. So you don't have to waste your time in verification of each and every condition. So recommended is you should go for else if. So it's not necessary that you will get at the first level, you can get at the second level as well. So you're skipping the third one. Sometimes you will get at the third level.
Got it. Makes sense.
So this is what a difference between the nested if and sorry else if and multiple if.
Multiple if.
Okay.
There was a concept that we spoke about, which was the last concept, which I believe it was nest if.
Yeah, correct. So this is what about that nested if within the if. Here also you have if,
Oh,
and here also you have if. Nested means within that, within that, within that.
I see, I see, I see.
Let's move on to the next concept now. So overall we are learning about the control structure. So in this, the first concept we have covered successfully, that is conditional statement. A statement which works on condition is known as conditional statement. In that you have if, else if else, else if, nested if, and multiple if. Now let's move to the another concept so called iterator statement or looping statement. What do you what do you know about looping? What does this looping means?
Something that refers back
Correct,
to something that was mentioned.
correct. So in this programming concept, looping means repeating. For example, you want to display Alex 10 times over here. So what you will do basically, you have to either write Alex 10 times over here, or in the single sys out you have to write Alex 10 times. A same thing you want to display 10 times, then you have to go in this way. If you want to display it 100 times, then you have to Simply increase the code. 1,000 times, your code is getting messed over here. 10,000 times, then 10,000 lines of code.
Wow.
So, in order to avoid this, there is a concept so called looping, where you will loop the single line of statement for 1,000 times, 10 times, 5 times, like that. So, we'll be studying about that. So before going for looping, there are a couple of concepts which we have to be pretty clear about that. Among them, the one is initialization. What does it mean? Condition and incrementation or decrementation. So what is initialization?
Beginning.
Okay, yeah, beginning. In general, we call it as beginning in our day-to-day life. Here, initialization in software terms is assigning a value. It is also beginning only. At the beginning level only you will do. Assigning a value to the variable. Example, int I equal to 1 or radius equals to 3 or xyz. This all whatever we have learned is all about the initialization only. We have also learned about initialization till now. Condition. Condition is also pretty simple. Like conditional operator, you have checked I less than 3 or opt equals to 1 is known as condition. Incrementation. What is incrementation? Increasing, decrementation is decreasing. So there are some shorthand operators. We'll be learning more on this one. If you want to increase your value by 1, for example, I plus 1 you want to do. This you can do by giving, get this small I here. So this is known as incrementation, increasing a value. For example, you have int a equal to 5. You want to increase the value of a by 2. A plus 2 you will write. And finally you have to give to a again. So this is nothing but incrementation. So in the same way, if you want to increase by 1, then a plus 1. So instead of writing a plus 1, you can also write a plus plus. These are shorthand operators.
Okay.
And
What if you want to increase it by 10? Are you
then
going to put a 10 pluses?
uh, you can go in that way, but that is not a good practice. A plus 10 you can use directly.
Okay.
Just in the case by 1, you have to go in this way. If you want to increase by 1. So in the same way, if you want to decrease by 1, so you should go for a minus minus. Okay, so this is a case. There's three things you have to be clear about this if you want to learn about looping statement. If you're clear with this three, then looping statement will be very easy for you. And as I said you, this is nothing but a bone of programming language. Control structure is a bone. It's like a backbone, especially.
Mm,
This concept is very, very important. It's a generic concept which is common for all programming language. Even the syntaxes will also be same in most of the cases.
okay.
So let me summarize. Initialization is nothing but assigning a value to the variable. Condition is nothing but holding a condition over there, true, false, boolean. Incrementation is nothing but increasing, and decrementation is nothing but decreasing. So incrementation and decrementation you can do by a plus plus and a minus minus. So going forward, we have concept of pre and post. We'll see that after this looping statement. What is post incrementation? What is pre incrementation? That is one small topic is that we'll see that. So looping statements are of four types. One is for loop, one is while loop, one is do while, and finally here also nested loop. So what is this for loop? We'll see that. Using a for keyword is known as a for loop over here. So here also you have a predefined syntax which you have to follow strictly, and the syntax will be like this. Initialization follows with semicolon, condition follows with semicolon, and incrementation, and then this parenthesis. Once we do one or two examples, this concept will be clear to you. So this syntax you have to remember: for
Okay.
loop, initialization, condition, and incrementation. So let me take it over here. For loop, condition, and incrementation. Okay, so now we need to perform some initialization. So let me, this is a syntax I'm commenting out. Using that syntax will frame our code. So I'm going to initialize I equal to 1, and condition I'm giving as I equal to, I should be less than or equal to 10, and I plus plus. So initialization I have written, condition I have written, and incrementation I have written, and then this goes with bracket, and in this whatever you want you can write over here. Now I'm going
Okay.
to execute this, and then I will explain you how it is going to work. So you can see that Alex got printed for 10 times. The same way, if you want to print it for 100 times, 100 times, 1000 times.
Wow.
So just by writing one line of statement, you're reaching your target in spite of increasing your code again and again, again and again.
So can you give me an example of where could this be used?
Okay.
Like, and doing what?
So I want to display the numbers from 1 to 100. Okay.
Okay.
1 to 1000, or the multiples of 2, or 2 table. So this is what a usage over here. Let me explain you how this works, because learning like a template is something different. Understanding and learning is something different. If you understand and learn, then you can modify it, you can make it as per your requirement. So this code is in the real time scenario where it will be used is like you want to display the cart items. When you're clicking on cart in the shopping cart application, then you're getting
Hmm.
all the items over there. So they, your items will get displayed one after other. So that is the one. Or employee list, you want to, you have one application where you have employee details. So there also you will be using anything where you are going to have more than one or the same thing or the different things with multiple times, like common details are there, employee name and different employee names with different salaries, all these things. So that you will be learning slowly. So as if now here you have to remember one thing, just to display the multiples you have to go for this case. So let's see how it's working. Let me make it simple by displaying it for 3 times. Let me save this. 2 4 6. In spite of displaying this multiples, I want to make it simple with name. 3 times we have displayed name. How it is going to work over here? So here you have I equal to 1, and as you are making it I equal to 1 plus plus means I will be become 2, and then it will be 3 as well, and then it will be 4 as well. Then
Isn't
there
that
will,
gonna stop because you put I is less than 3, so it's only gonna display up to 3?
correct, yeah, I will, that's what, perfect, a good catch. I will be coming to that point.
Got it.
So how it is going to work is, at the first level it will check initialization, or else you can say, let me make it simple, I value. And second level it will check condition, and at the third level execute the code, and last level is incrementation or decrementation. So let me explain you this, as this is a editor, Java editor, so it is throwing all compile time errors over here. Simply ignore this red lines. So first what we are doing is I value. What is I value at the initial level? I value is 1. Then it checks the
Mm-hmm.
condition. What is the condition? I less than 3. 1 less than 3. It is true or false? It is true. Correct? 1 is less
Correct.
than 3. Then it is displaying Alex here. After that, execute code means you are displaying Alex. After that, what it will do is it will do incrementation. Now I has become 2. So one loop is over. Again, it goes for I value. What is I value? It is 2, and checks the condition, 2 less than 3.
True.
True. And then Alex will get displayed over there. And then I value will get increased. Incrementation is the fourth step. I has become 3 now. So the loop got executed successfully. Second loop completed. Again it goes for I value. I value is 3 now, because it takes updated value always. Here it becomes 2, means next level it will be 2. Then it is 3. So 3 less than equals to also you have given, right? So let me change the
Correct.
less than equal to 3. 3 less than equal to 3. It's true or false? It's true.
It's true. You're both true.
Yeah, then it goes for Alex again. It displays your name, and now I has become, fourth step is incrementation. I plus plus. So now I is 4. So this loop also got executed successfully. Now
Okay.
it again come to this point, again it checks the condition. So first it checks the I value is 4, I less than equal to, that is 4
False.
less than equal to 3, it's false.
So it stopped right there.
Correct, it breaks over here. Now I will not become 5, it stops over there and goes to the rest of code. Rest of code means whatever you have written below that. So in this way your loop will get executed. So if you understand for loop, then while loop, do while loop, nested loop, all these are similar to that. So displaying name is over. Let's display table, like two table. Mul- uh, so so two ones are two, two tens are 20. So what I can do is 2 into I as earlier. So if you want to print multiple of 3, you have to go in this way. Mm, I have sent you one assignment. The document which I have shared with you holds this explanation about this, and you have to work on that. Is
Okay.
that so? For loop, we are here talking about this.
Yeah, I was kind of confused about that when I was reading it today. I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. I'm glad you're mentioning it.
Okay. Hmm. Here, I will do one thing. I will drop you an email about this. What do you have to do on this? I will give you some
Okay.
assignments on this, so you practice on that.
Sounds good.
That's it for today, Alex. I will be